All right, so it's been a while since I've done one of this because a little bit between slacking off and mostly my work schedule has been kicking my ass recently. I haven't really had time to go out and continue on with this style of videos, which I'm a little bit upset about. But now we're gonna do something a little bit different now. We're gonna do something. So as you guys can see, we have the DJI action camera hooked on. I got a chest mount, and I want to see how this turns out. Now, the only reason why I'm also kind of already recording on my X4 is because I don't want this to turn out to be like a second part of Great Falls Park where I had the behind the scenes footage all crooked. So in the worst case scenario, if this footage doesn't come out good, I'll be relying on my X4 yet again. Weather wise for this video, I don't know if it was the right time to go out to at least use my X4 because it's currently raining, as it has been over the past couple of days. But at this point, fuck it, and we'll see how it goes. So maybe after every cut or so, I gotta wipe the lens and make sure that it's not gonna interfere with the video for you guys, right? But we'll see what happens. No, I'll go in the other way. We'll see what happens for today. I know that it's been, if I can recall, it's been 4-5 days or so. Well, as I'm recording this video right now, it's been 4 or 5 days since I last recorded my video. Again, work has been a chaotic mess more recently, and if it wasn't bad enough, if I had any intentions on recording yesterday, which would have been Friday the 17th, yeah, it ended up with even more disaster-ish, right? But we don't want to look into that now. What we want to focus on is what we got for today. Now, I can already state off the bat, the good thing at least is, you know, before I get into that, let me at least head to some place where it's not so noisy, and so you guys can hear me better. Again, I need to be careful because I don't want to slip, and I don't want to have all my camera equipment fall off. Over here. Alright. There we go. We should be good. Alright, so the good thing is, I can't recall when was it. Maybe it was last video or the video before that. But I stated that I was trying to find a solution for my little filter, my camera filter situation. And if I haven't talked about it, the issue I was having is that for the longest time I never bought my 18 to 50 millimeter lens a filter, a polarizer filter, not like with the 30 millimeter and the 100 to 400 millimeter. For those two I had, but for the 18 to 50 I never bought it for the longest time. It was mostly because I was trying to find a company or an ecosystem that would serve me well, kind of using the same filters but just changing them from lens to lens. So finally, during the days that I wasn't recording, I finally found one, and now that's gonna be the premises of this video. It's gonna be long exposure because I can finally say now, with the filters that, at least the filters that I've gotten, I'll be able to accomplish that. I'll be able to accomplish long exposure in broad daylight now, which back then it was something that I could have, dependent on the situation and the light. I could have accomplished like we did in Great Falls Park, but if it was broad daylight, I mean, bright sunny day, it wasn't gonna happen. But now, since I got various filters for all my camera or for all my lenses, I can confidently say that is gonna happen. So that's gonna be the whole premise of today's video. It's gonna be all about long exposure, because this is gonna be in some way my first attempt with daylight long exposure. So as you guys may have guessed it, we're gonna primarily be focusing on this creek that we've been kind of focusing on over the past couple of videos. But I'm just trying to find a nice spot that could be a nice photo, especially for a long exposure. Maybe I'm gonna spend some more time searching, and then hopefully we should find our first location. But let me try to find a good spot, and let me see what I can find. I do want to already say I do apologize for the video quality, as maybe just only for the X4, because I'm looking at it and I took a few seconds to kind of look back at the footage I've already taken, and it does look kind of foggy, so I want to already apologize for that, but we'll see how it goes. So I can't, off the top of my head, I can't remember the filters or the ecosystem filter that I got for my camera. If I can recall, I think it's Freewheel M2 filter, magnetic filter system. So what I did is I got for all of my lenses step-up rings from their millimeter all the way up to 82 millimeter, their diameter of their lenses, because the max that Freewheel had to offer was 82 millimeter, and as far as I know, that's the biggest filter just for any camera. So I went ahead and I bought each of my cameras step-up filters, or step-up rings. So then now all of my lenses have that 82 millimeter thread. So then now because all the filters that I bought, which I bought them under 82 millimeters, now should serve me well. So now we got the ND 3 to 8 stop. I know I have more in my house. I just didn't bring them for this occasion, so we'll try to work with what we got. I'm just currently right now raising my tripod a little bit more, trying to put it level. Alright, so we got the filter. I've already kind of set up the settings. We're at 0.66 as shutter speed. Probably for the f-stop, we're probably gonna drop it to 8, and ISO is 100. Again, and we'll put a timer to see how that goes, and let's see what happens. Maybe in the setting where I'm at, it's probably not the best idea, because it is kind of raining a little bit heavily at the moment, but I hope my camera doesn't get fucked, because that's not going to be good, but we'll see what happens. I think they already took the photo, if I can. Okay, yeah, it's already took the photo, so what if we were to slow down the shutter speed a little bit more? Maybe put it to 1 second, and then maybe raise up the f-stop a little bit more. What if we were to put it there? Alright. Yeah, it doesn't take long to take the photo. So we got that. Processing. Okay. It's actually kind of nice. Again, because it's the first time that I'm doing long exposure in the day. That's actually kind of nice. So we're gonna leave it like that. We're gonna see what changes we can do in Lightroom. It's probably not gonna be much, because the premise of this is just getting that long exposure effect. But that should be all for this photo scene. So what we're gonna do now, again, I hope my camera doesn't get fucked. we'll see what happens. So what we're gonna do now is find another location along this creek that should be good for a long exposure effect. And if I can already think off the top of my head, I think I already have a spot in mind. It probably may be one that you guys have already seen on a past video or in a past photo scene, but I think it's gonna be good. But we'll go ahead and over there and we'll see what we can capture. All right, so for this next scene, I'm only gonna be shooting with the Osmo Action camera. I'm just gonna pray that it goes good and I don't have to worry about the footage being crooked or not, but I'll only find out once I'm editing it. So the reason why I've kind of switched to the DJI camera right now is because the last scene, and now I just gotta really I really have to debate now if I'm even gonna use it or not. When I stated that, so you guys can actually see now. So for the X4, they come with these lens guards. I really like them. The only issue is that, as you guys can maybe see, I don't know if you guys can see that, inside it's getting a little bit humid. So all the footage, no matter how hard I try, if I were to turn it on, no matter how hard I try, the footage comes out not the best, or not good looking. Which I just realized that was occurring in my last clip. So I gotta really check now to see if I didn't fuck up the last clip. Cause I mean, to be fair, if I fucked it up, oh well, I'm gonna have to include it because I wasn't recording with the DJI. So in this case, I'm just gonna use the DJI, and for the next X4 clip that you guys are gonna see, I'm gonna ditch the camera lens or the camera guards or the lens guard, and we'll see what happens there. I hope it doesn't fall over, because that's not gonna be good for me. Because this camera was not cheap, but we'll see what occurs. Maybe I should start implementing my DJI action camera, so you guys can actually get my POV view, or my point of view. But again, I'm still testing. We're roughly 4 videos in, and I'm still testing this style of videos. It's something still new to me, but I'm still trying to see how to make it perfect. Now that we're arriving here, this may be the one that I wanted to look for. Okay, so we got two photo scenes. We got one right here, which this may be the one we may shoot at first, and then we got the other one back there. So maybe for the second photo scene, I'm gonna head out to the one that's back there, just because I see that there's more action, quote unquote, going on. And what do I mean by action? I mostly mean that there's more rocks, more curves, possibly more waves as well. So I'm gonna head over there for the next photo scene, and hell, maybe after that we'll head back to this one, or to the other or to the last two that we just finished seeing as well, and we'll see what we can capture here. To be honest, I don't know how good you guys are gonna be able to see this. Again, like I stated in the last clip, I'm taking off my lens guard and I'm gonna see how the hell that goes. I only pray that nothing bad's gonna happen, but let's just see. So, in case if you guys can either hear or can't see, I'm gonna also record on the DJI just in case. So now, like I've stated, we got this little scene going on, and we're gonna accomplish a long exposure effect with this scene. I can already tell you that this is gonna be a pretty nice photo if I do it correctly. So what we're gonna do, I'm trying to balance also my camera on this little rock, because we got constant flow of water that, you know, I kind of can't get the tripod to balance it correctly. But we can only do so much, and we can only work with that. So what we're probably gonna do, and as I'm seeing it, we got a nice view right here, but I'm seeing that maybe at our longest, or at our, what'd you call it, at the 18mm focal length, maybe that's gonna be our best bet. We're at f10. It's gonna also probably be the best option. Maybe if we were to put it to 2 seconds, maybe that should also be good. And do it just directly in the middle. Have that timer, and we're gonna see what it comes up with. So it's processing, okay. All right, well, it got the rocks in focus, which that's good. Although we're seeing here that, yeah, we got that flow effect, but here, let's see if we can do something else. So, okay, we kind of got yet again the same situation that the rocks are in focus, which I guess that's all right. And then the water, we got that nice dreamy look. So maybe, what if we were to just prioritize it maybe a little bit up ahead? Maybe if we were to also adjust one of our legs, a little bit of our legs, because again, the surface of this rock right here is not the best. Yeah, it's not the best, but I'm trying my best to see what we can do. All right, so we got something now. What if we were to just do it right here? It's just mostly a test. I want to see what happens. Let's see right there. And again, this is not the only filter I have. I have more filters that can go even darker. And to be honest, I should have bought this when the whole solar eclipse event was occurring, because I would have been able to capture it. But we'll see what happens. And you know what, to be honest, I know we've only captured a couple of photos, but I think that should be, we got that one, we got this one, I think that should be it, and then we got that one. All right, worst case scenario, this wasn't the photo that or this wasn't the plan that or the results didn't come out the way how I thought they would, but that's all right. So now what we're gonna do is either head out there, or probably and most likely move down to the previous two scenes that we passed by. Either get one, if not both scenes, and then call it quits for this video. So let's head out there and move on to the next scene. So like I stated, we're gonna probably head back over here to this spot, because I actually liked how the other two scenes looked. Again, it's not that I didn't like how this photo scene or the results came out. It's just that as I was intended, and to be honest, I don't know how, or I wouldn't know how to explain to you guys what was my end result, or what was the end result I was trying to accomplish. But I don't know. Maybe it's because I didn't think the rocks would be as focused as it came out. But I mean, then again, they're not moving. So again, I didn't know what to expect. But as we're coming along here, maybe this is the one that, whew, this is probably the one that I wanna look at. So this is probably gonna be the next scene. And then possibly the last one is gonna be the one down there. And we'll call it quits for this video. It just looks like, in my case for today, the rain is just not stopping, although now it's kind of stopped. Kind of relatively stopped, so that's good news. But it just seems that it's just not stopping today. But to be fair, it's actually kind of good that it's also not stopping, because that's how we're even able to capture these, or that's how we're able to even attempt to capture these photo scene. So I can't complain too much. So we're probably gonna do this photo scene and then the last one over there, but I'm gonna have to go ahead and really decide on that. So now that we kind of raised up our camera a little bit, what I am gonna do is I'm gonna lower the shutter speed down to 1. Okay, we're perfectly level. Okay, we're still met with manual focus, but for this case, I am gonna switch it back to single shot. It's gonna be dead in the center, and with the timer, we'll see what we can capture. Again, this for 1 second, and we got the result. Accomplished that. All right. Maybe since we're a little bit too low, although that's not that bad. I actually don't mind that. What if we were to raise it up to, let's say 2 seconds? 2 seconds. What would 2 seconds get for us? We got that. Okay, more of that look. Although 1 seems to be a little bit better. I don't want to also overdo it too much. So 1 should be fine enough. I like the photos that we gotten so far. Can't really complain. Again, it's also at the same time my first attempt with this. So we can only see what happens. So now we're gonna head off to the last photo scene, which is back there, and we'll see what miracles I can accomplish with the last photo scene. But we'll take the last roll back there, and we'll see what happens. Because I don't know if I'm about to get rained out in just a couple of minutes. I don't know. So I gotta kind of wrap up this video quickly, but we'll see what happens. I think out of the whole bunch of photo scenes we have come across for this video, I think this is by far one of the driest, and I have a pretty stable ground for not only my X4 but also for my tripod, which I currently have, so it should be good. But like I've stated, we're about to get rained on, so not trying to rush it, but we'll see what we can capture. So just for kicks and giggles, so I just want to test it out. We're currently at 8 seconds of shutter speed, f22, and ISO 100. I just want to see, and this is just for testing purposes, because I'm just really curious. We're gonna let the camera capture the scene for 8 seconds, and I want to see how does that affect with the flow of the water, and more importantly, for long exposure, what does that accomplish? So, see here. Wow, okay, so that is, wow, okay, so that is heavy long exposure. It's actually to a point that I actually kind of dig it, believe it or not. I actually kind of like it. And to be totally honest with you, I actually think that's the photo right there. Because I actually really dig that. Believe it or not, that is gonna be it for this photo. Or not for this photo. Well, not only for this photo, but also for this video. Now, like I stated, I mostly wanted to use this video as an experimental video in a way. Because I got the filters, and it was mostly a test to see with what long exposure effects I can accomplish with the water flow, and especially since it rained. Again, it was mostly an experimental video, but I think overall it came out pretty good. I can't really complain a lot, because at the end of the day, if the photos came out okay or not, I'm at least happy that I was able to come out here with these weather conditions and, still record for you guys. I've stated that, I've been slacking off, but I'm going to try my best to get into the groove again. But it's going to really depend, because I know for a fact this upcoming week for me, for work, is going to be a little bit more chaotic than the week I've already had. But I'm going to try to do my best. But there's also been some factors into my work life that's also really limited me to even attempt to take photos while I'm at work. I don't even want to get into that. But maybe that's when the shorts are going to start coming into play. And I already have one in my memory card that you guys should be hopefully seeing very soon. To be honest, you guys should have seen it a couple days ago, but I've been kind of slacking off. I haven't been really doing much as far as with editing videos, editing photos, taking photos, taking videos, wherever the case may be. I have been kind of slacking off at that, in that way. But let's just say you guys should be seeing a short from me, short TikTok, Instagram reel, whatever you want to call it. You guys should be seeing a short or just a short video from me really soon. And I hope you guys like it. Other than that, that's going to be all that I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll be seeing you guys on day 50, if I can call it day 50. It's going to be 50 videos in. I think I've still got to decide what I'm going to do for that video, but we'll go ahead and see. But I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.